look in the eyes of my brother without shedding a tear for my brother.
Yo!
It sounds like a doorbell.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Wherever you're tuning in from is most likely our outlets like YouTube and so forth. But what's up, y'all, man? Welcome to the InforMILLy Honest podcast, the IHP, if you will. Joining us
for
today,
all the cool cats out there who are too lazy to say the whole fucking word.
Today we got the duo of Aaron and Marco, man, because our other two have previous engagements, and sometimes life be like that, man. So we just
there was only occupancy for two,
right?
So
yeah,
it was full at two.
Yeah, it's too much honesty right now to give y'all the full dose.
End up having a heart attack or something.
What's up, man? I think I missed the last podcast. We both missed last podcast, so
yeah, I know.
I think we getting punished, man. We getting all punished.
Yeah. They're hiding some secret, like bitter resentment. Oh man, we both have birthdays to attend, so we can't make it.
Gotta do a deep dive into that, man.
Yeah, that one really sincere, heartfelt podcast where we all like reunite and apologize and get back on the same page.
Yeah, it's all for show. It's all of our plan.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, this particular episode, we're all going to be really forthright and honest with one another, and try to get back on the same page.
It's like the fake beef between Drake and Kanye to drive sales, like he did with 50 Cent before.
Oh, in 2007, right? When the album was coming out, and 50 was like, "Yo, I'm not putting out another album with Kanye," and then Kanye did exactly what he said he was gonna do.
Yeah, they made it a whole versus before versus.
Mm-hmm. Genius marketing, man. I
wonder
man. How many people actually are going for that, or like really buying it as like a serious beef now? Like I feel like nowadays is it's just like folks are more aware. How aware do you think people are nowadays of what's a marketing scheme and what's not, what feels real and what's not? I guess it's hard to tell. Maybe
I think the people who deep in it maybe are kind of know, but I think people who like just scam the headlines or scan the headlines kind of is like, it's entertainment, is like the entertainment world or whatever. So,
right. So you feel like a good amount of people are just taking it with a grain of salt, or like whatever, at least hopefully good music comes out of this for both artists.
Sometimes I do wonder like what's a gimmick and what's not, because the word beef is kind of a broad thing now. Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
That's
like,
true.
I think beef used to be like it was something personal, or it was something like
it would spill out over into the streets.
Yeah, but
like,
now
like a little runoff water,
a little sewer drainage.
yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know how real beef is these days.
Beef is not what Jay said to Nas. Beef is when the working folks can't find jobs. So they trying to find niggas to rob, trying to find bigger guns for them to finish the job.
Yeah, and you know what though? I feel like a lot of it's also a way it's marketed on tabloids, and you don't know. It could be some shit. It could have started from something real, and by the time it makes it to us and 30 other magazines or whatever, you can't fucking tell how exaggerated they got and what's true and what's not.
Yeah,
I
saw this comment because I guess like Kanye had leaked Drake's address.
Which I wonder. So that's real. That actually, that part was real. Okay,
but it's crazy because they said Drake had leaked Kanye's address a while back or something like that, and they was like, I saw some comments where they were arguing about like if that was like a bad move, or like how bad was that for Drake? And it's like they were like, now people could just Google Earth and or look at his address, and but they were saying
True.
like it was always public information. Like if you really wanted to do that, you probably could have easily found it. It's not like you could walk up to his door and just be like, "Hey, Drake,"
Yeah,
like
and not get shot.
right? Like
Yeah.
he don't live in a ranch, bro. Like
And that's another thing. Like, how many people are actually going to Wyoming and going on like Kanye's 400 or 1,000 acres or whatever, and like really trying to like, like,
yeah, I don't
it's
think
gonna-
it would be met too kindly.
you got to get a Uber ride from like his gate through the acres up to the front door.
First of all, like he probably got to send his bird out with to tell
his
you,
carrier
like,
pigeon. Yeah.
like with a little note that says you were invited or something like that.
Yo, it's just gonna be like, yo, let me see if those Yeezys are real first. Let me see if those Yeezys are fake or not. Let me see first.
Hey, you saw the Walmart Yeezy slippers?
Oh my gosh, bro. Yes. I think they got sued or something, right?
Yeah,
For trying to like sell, which rightfully so, man.
yeah. I mean, they just
Rightfully
really
so.
they jacked his whole thing.
How it was so similar. How disrespectful. Walmart is I know you $1 billion, and I know you just like probably trillions. Who knows? You just could do whatever the fuck you want. But come on, man.
But you know what?
Did they think they weren't gonna get like that wasn't gonna be noticed?
That's what I was about to ask. You think that they just was like, sooner or later he'll catch on, but we'll probably make more, because big businesses always get sued. Like they have a whole legal department where they probably constantly getting sued and constantly suing people. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it was just a part of the game. They was probably like, hey, we might just make more money in the long run, even though we know we can't sell it forever because they're gonna get us.
They can make like a cool 22 million in a couple months. Yeah.
They'll take that hit because
Which is wild too, right?
machine.
Because it's just like most people who are shopping there, you can assume don't have a lot of money. Is that fair to say?
No,
I wouldn't for fashion, for clothes. I know that's not true because a lot of people who don't have a lot of money are also trying to spend their whole paycheck on the popular shit, like the fancy stuff or what's quote unquote trending.
I hear people going to Walmart. I think it's like a gas station. Like some people
But for clothes though, for like fashion, I guess.
For everything, like people go to Walmart for any and everything. So I don't think it's like I don't know, maybe they'll go to Meijer and instead of Walmart. if they
respect
have
to the Midwest,
status.
yeah.
I mean, I go to Meijer sometimes, but
hell yeah,
it's not because I'm feeling like Walmart.
I bought
I
bought a snow shovel at Myers. I still fuck with that snow shovel.
Hey,
but no, I was meaning like if you can't afford these Adidas shoes or whatever, if you can't afford the new Yeezys, maybe you're gonna go for something that looks closest to it, and like maybe you like maybe the Walmart one was look close enough.
Yeah, maybe you get the 4 stripes instead of 3.
Exactly.
Or the 2 or 4 stripes.
Yo, this extra stripe just give me a little more power, dog. That's all. You know what I'm saying? 3 stripes wasn't enough for your boy. You know,
you gotta put that extra stripe on there, man.
It was wild how close it looked, but you're right. Like they gotta like no one at the top of Walmart is really hurting by that fucking legal battle. No one at the top is really hurting, bro.
Yeah, Walt cool.
That's he chilling, bro. He's still just disrespectfully rich.
His whole, if I'm not mistaken, like is his wife still alive?
Honestly, I don't know. I know it was in the family at one point. It was like several people in the family, right? To my knowledge.
Yeah. I think it was
very
him.
wrong about that.
I saw a picture in Walmart of like the little store they had, like where they started from.
Which is crazy.
What do you feel about Walmart? Like about shopping there? Like have you ever seen a documentary where they were showing how how they destroy small business and other places can't compete. Obviously, I mean that's very apparent at this point.
Yeah, for
How you
sure.
feel about Walmart's coming into like communities and stuff?
It's part of it sucks for sure. Like that, obviously, the aspect of like ruining some like the other small businesses around it. Who knows how long they've been there? Like shutting them down so you could build another Walmart. At some point, I guess part of me feels like, how many more do you need? Like, can the amount of Walmarts you currently have, can they just keep generating the amount of funds that are enough for you? However, I mean, I'm just saying, like, it's like how industrialized does any particular place have to be? Like, how what you have around the world already, who knows how many? Can they generate enough funds for your family and everybody working there, whatever, to be sufficient? I don't know.
How
How
about
many do
this?
you need? However, but
Mhm.
I would like, I imagine, like, I think back to a lot of these big businesses that seem, quote unquote, for lack of a better word, evil to some people now. Like, they had to start out somewhere, and like they were the little man, the small business at one point, and like
Yeah.
whatever the fuck they did was genius enough or clever enough to get to where they are. I don't know that story, but I do
Yeah.
know that they
What
also
did
were
they
the
do?
little man at what point. They were the little man. So, and
Yeah.
dude, it reminds me, you got to check this out if you haven't too. I tell everybody this shit too. I think I might have mentioned it before, maybe on the podcast, but my girl and I really like this podcast called How I Built This on
Uh,
NPR. A guy named Guy Raz interviews people from all kinds of brands that we've already heard of that might be $1 billion brands now, but it allows them to tell their journey of how they started. And a lot of them had 5, 6, 7, 8, even 10 ideas that failed before they got that one. So it
yeah.
humanizes
But
a big major brand like Walmart or Instagram or whatever. It makes them more human. And I like that because a lot of times they can sound evil in today's in today's world, you know?
do they? So have you seen the Ray Kroc McDonald's movie with
With Matt Damon in it or whatever.
was Matt Damon?
That one.
No, what's his name?
Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton. Yeah, he
I
was
haven't
Ray
yet.
Kroc.
I do want to see it though.
Is a very interesting thing because I think we've heard of kind of the story a little bit, how it was like it was a guy who created McDonald's in the system, which no, I'm sorry. I think he created McDonald's, but Ray Kroc created the system of like fast food of how to do it.
Okay, like the process
Yeah,
or methodology
right,
of.
right. In the back or whatever, how they process fast food and all that type of stuff. But
Mhm.
it's like that argument of like you didn't actually create it, but you just took it and made it more efficient.
I
And,
wonder.
and
It's like, that's a good question. That's a very good question. Like, I made it useful,
right.
essentially.
So
So what's an
do are
idea
we mad
without
at
being
him?
useful? Yeah, that's a fair question.
But
It's
actually,
almost like,
it's like my only thing is like you could have saw that and been like, let me just create my own stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me
oh, like the
create.
guy who started. Oh, like so he could have just had a whole new name and everything, and created his own shit with the process instead of taking over, instead
Now,
of incorporating his mind.
the movie is a little old on my mind because it was like 4 years ago maybe that I seen
Yeah.
it. But if I'm not mistaken, he kind of they were doing good or whatever, but he had this idea of expanding it. You know how it is now. He had that vision, and
Mhm.
I believe he bought it or something like that. So, but that's
Mm.
that's capitalism. So how far do we let capitalism go? Because like the bailouts, that type of stuff. And I was thinking earlier, like, what if Walmart went under, which they probably would not let it go under, just because it's so big. But say if Walmart's closed, now is a big hole. Like, now that the small businesses are not that prominent, what
Mhm.
what are you gonna do now? Like,
That's a good question,
know,
man. Yeah, that's a good question. Would the small businesses be able to really fill those shoes? Probably not soon enough.
it'll probably take a while.
I just wonder how, and who's to say that any one small business won't become the new Walmart, and then people like we'd have the same. It would be the same shit.
But it's
Like they have their hands in like who's to say they'll be more ethical once they become as big as Walmart, the next Walmart.
yeah,
Who's to say that
that's
they'll be
true.
ethical all of a sudden? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we
No,
maybe worse,
yeah.
system
Yo,
will come along where they
I do wonder how many things you have to wonder how many things Walmart has their hands in already. So like it's harder for like it'll be probably that much harder for them to really not exist
it
because they
will
probably
take
have their
some
hand in
type of
so many things that the government finds value in. They're like, yo, we have to keep them up because they got their hands in private prisons. I'm just talking shit. I don't
yeah, I
know.
don't
Don't quote me
it
on
would
that.
take something huge for them to go like take
You've
something
been
like
around for too long, way too fucking long, man. You
eh,
just
they first was founded in 1962 in Arkansas.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow, bro, I don't know. I don't
That
know if
wasn't off
it's
the top of my head, by the way. I looked it up.
gotcha. It was super
I
slick.
just know I know
Look,
Walmart facts.
look super smart. Yeah, it was seamless. Just like, yo, by the way,
You
in
know.
case anybody was wondering real quick. Yo, fun fact for all the let's see. So I guess the question is it possible for somebody to really run a successful business and be ethical in everyone's eyes? I don't know if that's possible because
Nah, not in everyone's eyes.
you can't please everyone, period, and you can't please anyone all the time.
Especially a business, man, because you gotta compete. So it's like
Yeah, the whole a big part of business is to stay in business.
right. So you know what competition breeds, like,
Yeah.
especially when it's at that level. This is,
yo, we in the highest level right now.
Yep.
We in the big leagues, ladies and gentlemen.
We talking
You
about
better strap them Nikes up. You better strap
millions.
them Nikes up. Or like Dave Chappelle on that Robin Hood and the Men in Tights when he pumped the shoes up. He had to pump the tongue of the shoes a couple times. That movie was great.
Gotta put them black forces on, man.
Yeah. That was great, bro. That shit was great, dog.
Yeah, they I'm pretty sure they'll be $1 trillion company.
If they are already now. Who knows?
It says
oh, I guess we can find that out rather quickly.
Yeah, since I'm the research person,
Yeah.
Who
knows? Oh. Tip of that.
Their revenue in dang, okay, they got to be $1 trillion, I guess, because they say their revenue is 559 billion.
Jeez, bro.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And it says 2021 like in parentheses. So I don't know if that's like so far this year or
maybe
like to this
the year's
point
not over yet.
Wow. But I don't know if they mean like to this point or just this year. But that's a lot of money, either way.
Just break me off with 9 of that. Just break me off with 9 of that.
Let me get 1%.
Okay, here's a question. How do you feel about people saying happens anytime somebody becomes rich or like really wealthy and we find out how much they really made? Man, they should give some of that, man, millionaires out here doing like living at their dreams, going to space and doing all these things. Meanwhile, this person's starving. And it's not any one specific millionaire's responsibility. That's a fact. But of course they could pay more taxes. They could do this, but like that, it doesn't seem fair that some of these millionaires or billionaires aren't paying their fair share, if any taxes at all, because of there are legal loopholes that they're actually utilizing, which I understand to some degree because it's legal. They're like, why the fuck wouldn't I? So that argument I understand. However, there's a big portion of people who are making those comparisons on memes and whatnot. This person made this much a year. Meanwhile, we out here starving. First of all, motherfucker, you better have a job if you're complaining about stuff. You better have a job. First of all, the person complaining, you better have a job of your own.
But you know
what I'm saying?
what? A lot of times those legal loopholes are in place because for that.
Yeah.
So it's like
Oh, okay.
it's not that they're necessarily always cheating the system. It's like they are the system.
That's a good point.
And you know, I may be a little off there, but I believe that the system the systems that are in place kind of reward that because they are kind of in cahoots, not in cahoots. That means they're at odds, but in the bed, like
I could see that, bro. I could see like there could to continue maintain to make sure that things maintain the way they are. They continue whatever they continue doing whatever they need to do to make this cyclical, to keep this cyclical, you know.
And
But
I'm pretty sure
I can see that
their money, you know, spills over and with the people who make the laws and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I'm sure
exactly.
they benefit from that somehow.
Oh yeah,
but
so
as far as your
everybody
question-
has incentive to.
But you had asked like about like people like giving, like if they got money or corporations giving and helping you know, community and stuff like that. A lot of times I think we may not even see what everything they do, but I
True.
think the like companies like Walmart, I don't think they'll secretly give, you know. I'm pretty sure is painted on the wall somewhere like we gave da da da. And they probably just have the pressure from whoever or whatever to do that. And also, like I said, like it's a ecosystem, you know? Like I give to you, you protect me in this department, or you know what I'm saying?
Got you. Yeah, yeah. Just more incentive from one another to keep things the way they are.
But
You know,
people who give and make differences without
needing publicity around it.
broadcasting, yeah, it's like that's a very noble thing, man. Like,
Oh, for
'cause
sure.
honest-
And like, and how will we ever really know? Like, we probably won't really
Yeah,
know
'cause
who's
we
the ones
won't-
doing that
'cause we
shit.
won't know. Like, if I gave $1 million and to some cause or something and didn't say nothing, like that probably got to be kind of tough, you know, to keep doing that. Like,
It feels too good when everybody's like,
yeah,
yeah.
At some point, you want to dead the rumors. Like, look, I did this and this and this. Like,
you get sick of being shit on.
Yeah,
Folks who have no idea what you're actually doing.
So
yeah,
I don't know.
can totally see that. That's why I think Twitter is one of the coolest things. This is slightly, I guess it's relevant, but slightly off topic. I think Twitter is cool for celebrities because it gives them the opportunity to be like, yo, let me explain what you saw in the tabloids or in the news. Let me explain the context of what I said or what I did. Yeah. Now you could be like, oh, I actually understand that shit. I might have done that same thing too. I'm not going to cancel you. I got you.
Yeah, that's true. Also, like on the flip side of that, it's become like a PR platform, you know, like
true.
Are you really saying this, or your PR person said this would be best if you put this out, you know? But either way,
it just sounds like Siri is fucking giving the announcement. Yeah,
it's funny, like because it's hard to know if some people are sincere. Sometimes, like I think we already talked about the baby, like the little debacle with his what he was saying, but
yeah.
But from the PR perspective, like some people just you can't control, you know.
Some part of me likes that though, in a way.
Yeah.
Some part of me likes that, like, let me step out of this. This is how you're supposed to be and look, because this is what society says. As if, and like we have these rules that appear like society is this well-functioning, in line, peaceful, ethical, moral, with great moral and ethical standards. You know what I'm saying? And then meanwhile, motherfuckers doing who knows what behind closed doors, but it's just not their time to be shamed because they're not seen, or they don't even recognize how they're contributing to the bullshit also. But at the same time, I guess there's a quote unquote time and place for things. And there's a level of what is the word I'm looking for? There's a level of, I guess, knowing when's the time and place, or professionalism you have to have in things.
That's
I
big,
get that.
man.
But that's one reason why I fuck with Kanye so much, in a way of like, I feel like he's pushed people's ideas of what's supposed to be, how things are supposed to be. Even when you look in the fashion industry, it's like, we don't like, it was this idea of, well, you're a rapper. It's like, you want to get into fashion, but you're a rapper, remember? But you're in hip hop. No, I'm allowed to be interested in other things. And I'm allowed to like, not just put my name on it. It says Kanye West, now it's sold in Target around the world and I can make a shit ton of money. No, I'm going to actually go to these brands and study like a fucking college student, like an apprentice.
He puts
I respect
in the work,
that.
man.
I respect that, man.
One thing I always like, no matter how wacky or whatever he may seem sometimes, I respect that he lives. He brainstorms and solves problems in live time. So it's like a lot of times we have these crazy things that run through our mind, or it might seem crazy at the time, or it might not, but it's like he thinks out loud.
Yeah, dude.
Not that that's a amazing thing, but I like that he just keeps it real to himself and everybody else. Y'all bear the consequences. Like, I'm just living, you know. I respect that about them, but recently I've wondered if that's a gimmick. But
I think that's a fair point.
I've always admired that about him. And a lot of times he's right. The things when he goes on these rants,
I agree.
His style and method may be kind of out of whack, but a lot of times I end up saying, like, you know what? Like, even though it's kind of wild how he doing this, he's actually right.
I agree, man. And it's like, it's so easy to write him off as like being, I like his music, but I don't like him, or he's crazy or whatever. It's so easy to write that shit off. It's like, maybe we need to be a little uncomfortable for some change to happen. Everything was supposed to be just comfortable. I mean,
and it's like a smack in the face to like the social media norms and how we have to talk and how we have to be and how we have to think and what group we have to associate with. And because like this, like for instance, this whole like religious thing he's on, I don't have to 100% agree with it, but we all go through our phases and not that is a phase, but we all go through our moments and we attach ourselves to things strongly in certain moments. And who are we to say like if it's authentic or whatever criticism that we bring to it? Like, who are we to do that? Because
man,
now the other side is it could be a gimmick. Is always that there, but
unfortunately, it always is a possibility. Yeah,
but
I think that's because that's what the presence of a camera does. That's what the presence of a camera does. It allows for that possibility of always being a gimmick or always being a little more over the top than it might need to be. Especially when you've been in that, you had a camera on you for so fucking long, and you have that coupled with the perception of you in society, and a lot of that perception comes with pressure.
Yeah,
you know,
I think he's learned how to monetize his life. Like
him just living life.
Yeah, like nobody else right now. He's on a tour previewing his album.
Yeah,
and what he really doing is working on his album.
60,000 people in Chicago and 40,000 in Atlanta, I think, or something crazy.
It's not even going to be the same. He's literally charging y'all for his preconception
Yeah, to
of
help him figure out
yeah,
what works and what doesn't.
right. So no artist has ever done this that I know of. He hasn't finished his album, but he charging y'all. And I'm not saying that y'all are dumb for it. I'm pretty sure it's entertaining. I saw the pictures. But
I heard he made there's some shit going around now saying he made 12 million so far.
off of not even dropping his album yet.
Yeah, wild.
And he said he keeps saying he's gonna drop it. But like I said, he's learning how to monetize his life.
Yeah, man.
And that's crazy to me.
It's wild. But at the same time, though, like one of the reasons why I remember like when I would like, even now I do this sometimes, like whenever somebody brings up, oh, vlogging or somebody being an Instagram, like a social media influencer or whatever. And the first thought in my mind is like, people would be so bored of my life. They'd be like why would they want to come and check and see what the fuck I'm doing? But at the same time, there's the flip side. It'd be dope to get paid for doing whatever the fuck you would do anyway.
I think people out there who will watch anything, man. It's literally people who pay to watch women sleep. Like say you on a live or whatever.
Look,
Even
as
if
long as
you
I can
don't
see that,
even if
as
you're
long as
not
I can see
paying,
that
like,
rump through as long as I can see the rump through the duvet cover, I'm good, bro. As long as I can see that rump.
you could see the like general silhouette. Like,
Yeah, man. I'm a silhouette guy. You feel me? I'm a silhouette guy.
there's probably pillows under there.
Yeah, no, right? Even that is like, God damn it, is this real?
It's real enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's people out there who will pay to watch anything, man. Like, you may think your life
True.
is not exciting, but for somebody else, your life is very exciting, you know?
Yes, and that is a scary fucking thing, dude. That's a scary thing because at the end, I mean, maybe I speak in general, but I feel like at its core, your boy like to get down to the nitty gritty. So at its core, it feels like to some degree that's I wish I had that to some degree, or that's more interesting than my own life. Or you know what I'm saying?
What?
Like when you're looking at somebody's life and it's like when you get to the point where you are watching it so much that you're making them millions or whatever, and everybody's doing this, like, how is some of that not, dang, I wish I had some portion of that life I wish that was in my life, some form of like wishing that my life was better
I mean,
because of that or something.
Honestly, I think we all are looking for that in a way. Like, we want to get paid off what we love to do. So
yeah, and
that's the same thing.
And I guess with social media, definitely anybody who has a social media account is looking for some attention to some capacity for sure. You wouldn't have it.
Even if it's not like attention per se, is like, I mean, say if you have a business or like something to sell, like that's from your passion, that's good. You need that attention because that's the only way it's gonna work. You know,
just acknowledging that it is attention, like it's attention based. You need that, you know.
Yeah.
But yes, I guess it would, because I've thought about it. I've thought about like, man, how hard would it be? I'm sure it's harder than we think. I'm sure it's much harder than we think. But what makes it hard to be a popular Instagram, let's say, for instance, Instagram influencer, when you are just living your life? It has to be the attention of others, the perception of others, the pressure from having.
You mean hard to deal with it or hard to do?
I guess both. For what I would imagine, some part of like hard to deal with, hard to do had to be from your idea of what you need to be, as opposed to what about when you were just starting out and you were just being you and everybody was like tuning in because you were just doing the shit that you like. What comes on, like, what is that pressure that comes eventually and you're like, oh, they seem to like this aspect more than that, so I got to show this shit more.
I think
this is what's popular or whatever.
I think one thing is like, you're not going to be that same person. Nobody is going to be that same person as when they started, you know? whatever it is. Like, say if I started a YouTube channel 5 years ago and people love me for what I did then, but now I'm a little bit different person. Say I'm more mature, maybe my audience would change, or maybe my audience will kind of go away. Maybe I like people.
Yeah.
Sometimes people want you to keep doing that same thing, like Kanye. Like I'm a victim to that. Like Kanye, I just want you to not keep doing the same thing over and over, but kind of stay in that same lane. People want you to stay in that your lane, but
Yeah, man.
you don't know what lane they're shooting for. You don't. You
Yeah,
can't
it's
tell
like
somebody to stay in their lane when you don't know what they're capable of. You only know what they've done.
agreed, bro. Agreed. And like that's the age old argument of like we talked about this, I think months ago on like maybe last season or something. But also I know it came up as one in one of our topics recently. I think Adam might have submitted it, but in regards to evolution of an artist,
Oh
like
yeah.
what's the balance between us allowing them to evolve, especially us being artists ourselves in different capacities and having an understanding, but also saying, but we want, the old Kanye. But at
Yeah.
the same time, I say I like I don't want someone to tell me that I can't evolve and try new shit.
Yeah. We just like fall in love with the classic, what we feel is classic,
Like,
and
what is
want.
it that like hit? Like, it just hit something about it hits different. There's like a feeling that when you get it, oh, I'm gonna resonate with this song, or I can already tell. It's that feeling that you get.
Yeah,
So what
like
is it about the new shit that doesn't automatically give
you
you
know
that
what?
feeling? I guess.
I just thought of like how we associate songs and smells and whatever with our senses to moments in time. So like we may have been having the best time of our life when Late Registration came out.
Yeah.
So we have a different connection to that.
Mm-hmm.
So like say if somebody who grew up in Kanye's Watch the Throne area, you in that era, which was dope too, but like say if they didn't know about Late Registration, they probably connect that to
Yeah.
the dopest time of their life or whatever. And it's all about the individual, but I think it's still
Yeah. We're a little selfish as consumers for
yeah,
sure. We're
yeah,
definitely
yeah.
selfish.
But at the same time, it's when you judge something, I think it can be a consensus that says like this is not up to par like to the other stuff. Like sometimes you just gotta be honest, like, hey, this is
I feel
not really
I feel that, and I'm a toe the line here, so we don't end up mentioning my man here. But but at the same time, how do you couple that with it's I agree. It's like, okay, there's something about here that just doesn't seem the same caliber up to par from the previous stuff. Like, why can't they do the new stuff at the same caliber? But maybe we're holding them to unfair standards. However, how do you couple that with fuck it, just left my mind. I had something good based off what you had previously said. How do you couple that with like how you say Kanye is like figuring out how he wants to perfect this album? He's like trying things out in this album. How do you like maybe their new shit is there this latest album? We don't necessarily like it that much. It doesn't resonate with us that way, but maybe they're trying a new sound out, like, or their new sound that's new for them. So it's how do you couple that with wanting to be a certain standards and up to par, but this album they could be evolving and really trying this shit out. So maybe the next album or two is gonna be, oh, I got it,
I think I'll always leave room for that because I'm gonna listen to Kanye album.
Me too.
No matter how he could have had 3 in a row that was trash. But I mean, I don't necessarily think I don't think it's trash, but I'm just saying anybody could have had 3 albums in a row that's trash. But if I know what they're capable of, I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. Probably
that's
forever.
That's exactly how I feel. It's there's
like
Kanye,
Michael Jackson. If he was still alive and his last 2 albums was trash, you ain't gonna listen to Thriller 2.
I'm in it. So speaking of Kanye, I'm gonna bring up a song. I'm in it. I'm in there, so I'm listening for sure. You're right though, and like I've always kept that with like a Kanye, a M, like a NERD in them. Like if I just feel like I always know they're capable of dope shit. I don't care how this sounds right now. I always know what they're capable of. So I'm always gonna be open to it.
And people like you said who push the line like in music and in whatever field, like we just waiting to see what they're gonna do next.
Yeah.
Because we know what their minds are capable of. Like you know,
man.
so
yeah. I feel that, dog.
Yeah.
I feel that. Hey man. How the fuck anything wild happened this week for you, dog?
Anything wild?
Like let's not even say wild. Let's say unorthodox maybe. Or different. Maybe.
I be trying not to bring up job stuff because that's what I've been occupied with lately.
Oh,
new job or whatever. But it's just I realized that people like us need to have our own businesses and money revenues and stuff like that because
bro, I'm gonna let you finish.
But it's like I walk around and sometimes I hate that I think this way, but sometimes I walk around at work like I can do this better. Like I can do your position better. or like or not even
after you turn the Kanye off, right after you turn off the Kanye.
But not even necessarily better, but just with more humanity. You know, like I think that people in position that direct leaders in businesses that are like kind of labor stuff don't realize that happy workers are better, like more productive and better for the whole culture and all that. Like it's like they've been around so long that they really don't care about that stuff. And they just probably like care about their pockets. But they don't know that how they run things is counterproductive.
But
that's why I say like we have ideas and we creative. We kind of just need the guidance and we need a system. But most of all, like I guess we need a supporting cast that will allow us to act on those things. But overall, man, I just been feeling like, and I've always overall felt like this. But the more I get, as I get older, I just feel like that's more and more relevant. But we got this podcast. We all got our ventures that could, possibly make money, and we be the head honcho or whatever.
You just gotta like that. You just
gotta dig in more, man. Cause
I'm gonna get head honcho right on the bandana right here.
Hey, wear like jewels, man. I have it like just sitting there like a hat.
It look like I got a fucking yarmulke on or something. Nah, I feel you, bro.
Man.
First of all, I want to say,
go ahead and expound on that, man.
First of all, it sounds like you've been listening to the angel on your left shoulder a lot lately. you've been listening to the angel on your left shoulder more.
You gotta listen to them both, man. You gotta see what
about. I feel you.
It's collaboration. That's why you in the middle.
Yeah, man. No doubt.
That's what that's a symbol of, man.
Hey, barred up. Barred up.
Hey,
barred
man.
up.
It's all symbolic, man. I thought about that one before.
Barred up, son. Yo, Dat Piff. I need to sponsor us real quick. Barred up. Nah, I feel the same way, dog. I'm with you on all of it, really. But like specifically, I feel like I've had this feeling for a while. I just didn't know how to name. I didn't know what label to put on her. I didn't really know what explanation to give it. And I think just in these last few years, I've realized, oh, it's like I need to be the head honcho in a way, or I need more. And some of this I do think is mental. I can say that, but I need the space and the freedom to make mistakes and them to be my responsibility to fix them without without being under someone else's thumb and being like, or like the possibility of micromanaging and shit. I need that space to fuck up.
It's like
and then figure it out. And like that shit comes with great responsibility, but it comes with the freedom of a little less 9 to 5, a little more my responsibility to bring in this revenue.
Yeah.
It's
like you live and die by your own decisions and your own determination. Like, oh,
yes,
I didn't put in enough work. That falls directly on me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That don't fall on nobody else. And I think people like us, we willing to take that. We willing to take that. You know, if I mess up, then who can I blame? But if I mess up in a job, like in a guy who's like the CEO come in, like you don't know the job. A lot of times they don't know what's going on.
Yeah, man. And I think the stubborn part of me too just doesn't like the fact that someone else can determine what time I got to come in, how many vacation days I get. If I fuck up, I'm one mistake away from losing the ability to pay for whatever I can afford right now, my lifestyle,
because
what have you.
Let's be honest, man. No hourly job rewards like efficiency, because that's not what it's designed for. You come in for 8 hours, not to do this job. You know, like say, right, if I'm coming in, I'm doing a 8-hour shift. But what's required of me is X, Y, and Z. So what if I get that done in 3 hours? I can't go home and get paid for the whole job.
That is very true.
If I'm being efficient, and this is assuming that I did a good job. Say I did a good job and is efficient and I'm done. Now why am I still here? To do busy work and appease you.
You know, that is where I think it helps to be in like, well, one, I think a lot of that can get lost when everybody's busy in their own field, their own positions. Like not everybody can be micromanaged and like somebody walking around saying, hey, are you done yet? Are you done? You know, like it's hard to keep track of those things, any one individual in that way. So it'd be like, I think that just comes down to your own determination, your own feeling of self-responsibility. Okay, when I'm done with this, am I already thinking about working on this new thing that when I was doing it, I ran into some problems and these ideas came to me that would make it more efficient. So I do think at our own jobs, we could utilize how we feel by trying to push it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think we could utilize the energy that we have now. We're not doing our own shit. We could use that to make that job a little bit better. I do think that responsibility falls on us if we are as efficient as you say in this scenario. I think part of that is just taking it into our own hands and being like, yo, what if we tried this? But you don't always have that opportunity in a big corporation or a big company. I feel like I might have a little bit of that because the company I'm working for is still considered a startup. But even then, there's still supervisors. There's this. Like, but I like being able to just fucking walk in and be like, I got this idea. I want to try this shit out. Like, I want to jump to it without having to tell, hey, I'm doing this. I'm about to do this. I want to just jump to it and try it out.
We just want to feel like we are an asset to the system instead of like a piece that you insert and just take out and is no different. But I was gonna say, like, because you probably are in a job that your perspective is valued. So some people are brought in because they are a specific asset, or maybe whoever's in charge realizes that you are an asset to the purpose or the mission statement of the company or whatever it may be, like you are a good fit. So my question is how much of yourself do you feel like you can give to your employer? I think that's the difference of your happiness. Like am I at a place where they can utilize me? Because a lot of times in my relationships, in all my ventures, I think like, am I being utilized to my potential? Because how do I make the other party, recognize my worth, to get an opportunity to show that,
Yeah, that's
in
a
a
really
way.
good point. Yeah, that's a really good question, dog.
Because why would I fill out an application for a place that I don't even, I'm opposite of this. Like, I don't want to work for a coal mining place, I don't support, not necessarily that. I'm saying like, if you don't personally support a place, you're not going to be happy there because you don't feel like you're an asset, or we're doing something productive in your eyes. So like how that's another reason, like, we need to build on our own ideas, because I think it makes you happy. It makes you work. It makes you motivated.
Yeah, and even if your ideas are wrong and they're not as efficient, you feel learning that way just feels different. Learning by getting the opportunity to try these things out, at least you got to try them out and learn yourself. Oh, that was actually the wrong way to do it, or this is I could learn from. You're learning from that shit to build something better, as opposed to just taking orders. Which I feel like I feel like I hear a lot of people feeling like, or saying that a lot of companies, even when they're small, end up taking that more corporate route. It's just like, is it just easier for businesses just to be run like, okay, everybody, okay, there's this structure, this hierarchy. Like, is it just easier for folks? You just feel more like,
I think some people don't want to come into work and have to think or problem
because everything,
solve.
we're trying to make everything easier. We're trying to make everything easier. So when you come, things just work smoothly, and it comes with having to explain less to the employees. The training process is easier. Everything is just so much easier, whether that's automated or not. They just know exactly what they need to do. But it also allows for less critical thinking for the person who's actually doing it. So
Yeah.
they might not even be using themselves to their full potential because they don't feel like they have to. They're just like, okay, I got this job. Everything's laid out for me. And I think that's where entrepreneurs never, I don't want to say never, but oftentimes when you're starting out, entrepreneurs do not get that that courtesy or that comfort of not having to think critically and figure that shit out, because that their back is against the wall every goddamn day trying to figure that shit out, a new problem, until this shit hits and until they like get to the point where somebody else sees such value that they can sell it or something, or they can or they have that backing from Amazon or whoever.
And then
to
Walmart buys your product
yeah
and sells it for cheap.
It's wild. Which I even got an idea, bro. I'm say this shit loud and clear on the podcast. Everybody can hear it, right? I'm selling my shit
World
for a good.
premiere. Hold on. Now. Build it up now.
Look, I'm selling my coming out with a dope. No, this is a fantasy, of course, but I'm selling my shit for $1 billion or $2 billion to an Amazon or whoever can afford it.
About, yeah, when you
company,
build up your
right?
company and stuff.
And then I would sell my shit because I don't want to work, even though I know it's going to be hard. I don't want to work on that shit I don't want to work for somebody else forever, and I don't want to work for myself forever.
Yeah,
either. So I'm selling that shit for $1 billion or $2 billion. Unfortunately, typically it's the Amazons and the Walmarts, the big companies, big, I guess, Fortune 500 companies or whatever they're called, who can afford such things. So hopefully I sell it for big amounts of money that allow me and my girl to live comfortably in the mountains somewhere. You know?
You mean own? You probably could own a mountain.
right. I'm gonna just get that. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get that nice cliff face right there. You know what I'm saying? But
Don't go to Afghanistan, man.
nah. But check it out. I'm gonna do that. Right. I'm gonna sell it. It would be the goal. And this is how I've thought about like let's say I have 300 employees, right? Because like at some point you have to scale in order to be able to make, like, a lot of times people fail when they don't scale properly, when like the amount of resources they have don't quite match the demand.
Yeah.
They can't quite scale to what they need, and they don't get that backing in time. So let's say I have 300, I already calculated, I have like 300 employees. I'm giving each one of those employees anywhere from like $50,000 to $100,000 of my own money that I got from selling it. And that's my way of saying thank you for helping me get to my goal. Because without the people, without the scaling and the people working for you and with you, my goal is unachievable. It's unachievable. I'm not about to just sell it to Amazon or something and just say, fuck you guys. Now you got to work for Amazon. No, let me give you 50 to 100 grand, and that might help them. That might help them pay for their kids' college. That might help them start their own business, whatever idea they had, out of my own pocket. And that makes me feel better about, okay, I did say thank you, and just instead of just saying fuck you, you helped me build this thing for 5-10 years. Who knows how long it took? And then I dip and I just leave you with this evil sorcerer named Amazon. You know, I'm gonna give you some of my money.
A lot of companies probably start out, or people with the business idea start out thinking like that.
Yeah.
Probably like, you know what? They didn't come up with this. They didn't. You know, they probably started thinking stuff like that, or I don't know, and just like become.
I'm sure, absolutely. Once I actually see how hard it is, the grind of like getting it to that, I'm like, nah, bro, I need this shit to buy another mountain. I need this shit to buy the other mountain.
Right. I want to buy your mountain now.
But I really was thinking like about how can I still sell but not feel like I'm selling out to the people who helped me build this big thing. You know? And I think if I can't remember, I calculated it, whether it's like 50, if I do 50 or $100,000, either like 30 or $60 million of my own money, which I'm easily. I was thinking about on this topic, talking to my aunt recently, and just talking about life or whatever. And I was like, I had a similar conversation as this when I was saying like, I really would like to, at least before I leave this wonderful earth, it'd be nice to at least give it a try. If I fail, at least I can say I did the shit. At least I can say I tried something on my own. To some degree, a little less 9-to-5, a little more free, creative freedom. I tried it, right?
Yeah.
And if the shit was to pop off, and I got rich for however I got rich, let's just say, my first thought was, who could I give? Like, now this is before me having the money, and I hope it wouldn't change too much. You know, I wouldn't turn into that like the Grumpy from the Seven Dwarfs, like the fucking the mean, the evil dude. It's just like, how can I break off a little bit of this to the people who've already given me so much in my life, and to me have added value in my life already before I had the money, before whatever. Like, I hope that I can still keep that vision even then, bro. One of the coolest things I've heard, and this is relevant, you know, Matt Damon and Ben Affleck wrote Good Will Hunting, which is a phenomenal movie. And they were mad young. And it was this interview. The interviewer asked Matt Damon, how did you feel when you got it? Or something along the lines, I'm paraphrasing. How did you feel when you got it? Or what did you say? What did you do when you first got that Oscar? And it was like, you know, for your first movie. And he tells a story, and he's like, I remember when I got it, the first thing I thought was, I'm so glad I didn't fuck anybody over for this. And that was powerful to me, dog. That's essentially saying what we're saying. I feel like it was just powerful. Your first thing you wrote on your own, you get the fucking highest award for it at such a young age. And his first thought was, I'm so glad I didn't fuck anybody over for this.
Yeah.
That's
Be like,
that's what I hope I
guilt-free,
can
like-
keep. Yeah, that's what I hope I can keep, because he realized that essentially the fucking journey is more than this thing that I got, you know,
Yeah.
the making of this thing. So I hope that I can keep that and appreciate the folks who work for me and the people who added value before the fucking business was even a thing.
Yeah,
So-
man. Shout out to Jason Bourne, man.
Yeah, dog. I already thought like, all right, I'm giving my girl, I'm gonna break her off with about 20 mil. So even if we get divorced, whatever, for whatever reason, shit doesn't work out in the future, she's at least set. She don't have to worry about certain things because of what she's already, the value she's added for me in my life previous when times were great, you know?
Now you just brought in a different scenario. So if you married and you got a big corporation, you can't just be like, here go 20 million.
Well, I'm talking about when I sell it. I'm talking about when I sold it. Like when I make the money from selling. I don't want to work for myself or anybody else forever.
Yeah,
For
I was
too
just
long.
saying, like, the way the way it is now, like Dr. Dre, like
Oh,
if you get
man.
divorced or whoever, like who else? Chris Rock and all that type of stuff.
Well,
Yeah,
you got to tell me a brief. You got
It
to give
ain't
me a
gonna be
brief.
no smooth. I'm gonna break you off a little something.
Yes, I'm saying these things from a I guess a limited perspective, in the sense of I don't know the legalities of a lot of
Yeah,
this
no, I
stuff.
was just putting that joke,
You know,
out.
but yo,
You ain't gonna get
yo,
away
let me
with
get my
it.
joke out. Yo, let me get my joke. Let me get my joke out. No doubt, dog, no doubt. But it's very interesting, man. That's a very interesting. By the way, shit, we've already. I mean, in my mind, we're getting a fucking prenup when we get married anyway. Already, like that was already determined. And I'm broke. I'm saying that while I'm broke. I'm not saying it as somebody who's like who has anything to really offer outside of myself to her right now, and my rent and my groceries, my help, my like, you know what I'm saying. I don't have that much to offer her outside of myself right now at this moment. So I mean, no, some real shit. Like I'm not saying it with like a bunch of money. Like, oh man, she gonna get me. Nah, like not at all. So you know, to me, it just makes things easier if something was to happen. Money has been such a big issue in a lot of marriages, and it's made divorces so much worse, like so much more of a battle and a challenge. And if shit really ain't working out and y'all really have decided you're not willing to work at it, and that it's time to go your separate ways, and that might be the route that you have to go with the most ease, then it would just make it 10 times easier. You know?
Yeah, we should have that topic another day, because that's like a whole thing. Because like,
yeah,
when you sign a prenup, you're saying that you acknowledging that this could go wrong, and a lot of people don't go into that situation. It's kind of like a fairy tale, you know.
No, you're right. Because I don't like. Let me remind you, I don't like the idea of going into a marriage already worried about divorce.
Yeah,
that's like a terrible way to go in.
It's a touchy subject, man.
It is, but it's also like how we think of death. No one wants to talk about it, but it's a reality.
Yeah,
and like if you could look at it just almost logically, air quotes, or scientifically, without the oh my god shit. It's just like it's a possibility. Or it's just it's a business transaction in a sense, in that small little capacity.
Well,
like,
getting married is kind of like
we're responsible for our own aspects of these things, and then whatever we choose to do, giving wise, is on us. That doesn't, to me, I think you can look at it without saying, "Oh my God!" So immediately there's trust issues now because you want to get a prenup, you know. No, if anything, I'm saying I want you to know and feel good that I'm not trying to take nothing that you've earned on your own. That's how I'm looking at it. You earn that shit. I ain't trying to. Don't have any worries. I'm good over here.
And then,
you know,
at the same time, some people go into it too. It sucks, but some people go into the situation because at the end they might be rewarded. You know?
Oh, facts, man. Yo, at the same time, though, shout out to whoever can go be in a marriage 30 years and then finally get that reward that they went in. They had no idea that when they were trying to use that person for their money, it was going to take 30 fucking years to get it.
Hey, that's the real fucking Endgame movie they need to make. They need to make a movie called Endgame. Fucking marriage, not Marvel. Marriage, Endgame.
Yeah, dog, that's a grind. You got to give a little respect
Hey, I
to
just
whoever
came up
can
with
fucking
a
grind
dope,
like that. You did.
a dope Tyler Perry movie. Come on, Tyler.
Yo, Medea can't be in that one, dog. Medea, I that's my one thing. Don't put Medea in that one. Don't let them put Medea in that one, bro.
They should have all like fake Marvel characters and like, come on, Tyler, hit me up. You gotta pay me for that. At least the title of it, man.
That'd be
but
great,
yeah,
bro.
man.
That'd be great.
I think we should end on that note, bro. I think
That's a good note.
We gave the people. I don't know if they wanted it, but we gave it to them. They didn't realize they wanted it, but we gave it
this
to
is
them,
we gave them a blip of our this universe we created in this time. We just gave them a little blimp of the as we do the informally honest
universe, right?
Yeah, man. Sincere. We kept it sincere, dog. We keep it cool. Yo, we put our all into it like this morning, man. I woke up, first thing I did is made love to my girl, right? And I put my all into it.
You did?
And then I
is that why you wearing the sweatband?
Wearing the sweatband, like, bro.
Be prepared for this.
yeah, I can't. Looking like Will Ferrell in any one of his movies. And then I fell back asleep, and I was like, "Yeah, that was a good one.
Dang.
That was a good one, bro. That was a good one."
Sleep, bro. Dang.
like she was in control. Yeah, I'm taking over this shit. This is my business now. So you ain't finna get no fucking prenup. This is my business now. Oh man. On that note, yo, this was a good one for real. It's always a pleasure, man.
Lead us out, man.
Lead us out. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate y'all for listening as per usual, man. If you did like it, you didn't like it, yo, if you just want to hear us talk about other shit, if you have any comments or concerns or disagreements about anything specific that we spoke on, if you want to clear some things up and if you want to clear some things up and be like, yo, you guys are wrong, those weren't facts that you guys were spewing out, then please offer that as well, man.
If you want to say Walmart was not started in 62,
if it wasn't if you want to give us the town in Arkansas that it was started in, because we weren't specific enough.
I got that. I got Bentonville.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Then please do provide feedback, man. You can do that at informally honest podcast@gmail.com. You can do it at informally honest on Instagram and Facebook. Or if you are a Twitter lover, if you got Twitter fingers, like your boy, like myself, you can hit us up at informally_HP and provide the feedback. Let us know what we can do better, man. Also, but just know that no matter what the fuck we do, no matter what we talk about, no matter how it goes, we are coming from a place and trying to like keep an atmosphere that allows for being forthright, vulnerable, and most of all, honest. And that's what we do.
We do.
And that's why you tune in every goddamn week.
Hey, also YouTube, man. That's where I stay.
Oh, yes.
Drop us a comment, man. Drop us a comment.
That's so true. Like people y'all love dropping comments on YouTube. Fucking drop some for us, man. Whatever. If you want to talk about my receding hairline that I was talking about, yo, whatever, man. Whatever. Yo, I feel like this is already good, but it could be better. Like, just help us grow.
Yeah, man. Send Aaron a new robe. That could be your thing, like to have a new robe every
dope. And I would too. like Josh likes to say, taco meat on full effect, son. Taco meat on full effect. I've had this robe for fucking over a decade, by the way. over a decade. Still smell like my grandmother's basement or some shit by now, I'm sure. But
I'm
yo,
realizing I need to let the sun hit this portion of my body also.
it looked like you took a decal off your chest or something.
I think my beard is like
Oh,
shrouding
yeah.
is protecting me from the sun. But
Yo,
yeah, man.
it was
Be
a good
checking
one.
out. Peace.
Till next time, y'all. Peace and much love to you.
Can't look
Adios.
in the eyes of my brother without shedding a tear for my brother. I really wanna try for my brother, 'cause I truly do feel for my brother.